In this class, we are going to learn how to build our very first dashboard in OTBI, wherein we will be adding the couple of analyses which we created in our earlier classes. In our previous class, we had seen how we can create the dashboard, that is by clicking on this plus and then selecting the dashboard under the analysis reporting. Click on this. Let me quickly populate the name. I will tell this as dashboard 01 first dashboard. And I want to save this under the same folder where I am storing the analysis. Click on browse catalog and select this ABC1010 folder. Let me click on this edit. Once you see this dashboard has been created, click on this edit. On the left side, we are having the objects which we can drag and drop. At the time of recording this class, we are having so many objects, and then we are having the folder from where we can drag and drop the analysis or the BI publisher report or other artifacts which are available under the fusion reporting. So with this knowledge, we will go back to the catalog and let's see what we are going to add to our dashboard in this class. So we are having couple of analyses. One is the graph and the table. First, I will show you how my graph will look like. Click on this edit. This is the simple analysis wherein I'm having the payment terms, invoice type and the amount. If you go to the results, this is how the graph will look like. If I change the payment terms from here, it will change accordingly the graph over here and it will show the invoice amount available for that particular payment term. So currently for immediate only, I will be able to see the multiple colors. Now this is just for demonstration I have created. If you go to the prompts, here I have created the inline prompt that is on the payment terms and it will look something like this when you run the report. So this is called as the inline prompt as we had learned in our initial classes. And in the filters, I'm telling is prompted. So this is how we can inject the prompt data to the filters and filter the record. When you run this report, you will get the inline prompt at the beginning. From here, you have to select what is the value you want to pass. I will go for immediate and click on OK. Now, one of the drawback of inline prompt is it will ask for the prompt at the beginning. You will not be able to change the filters later on. So this is how the inline prompts are working. Coming to the next analysis which we are going to add to our report is this table. Let me click on edit. This is also the same report that is based on the invoice type, payment term and the amount. And I'm telling invoice type is prompted. This is the filter. Going to the results, this will represent the data in the tabular fashion. But we are having an option where we can change the invoice type to debit memo, credit memo, so and so forth. Coming to the prompt, here also I have created the invoice type as inline prompt. So this is how the inline prompt will look like when we run the report. When you run this report, it will show something like this. It will initially ask for the prompt. I will go for the credit memo, debit memo and click on OK. So this will take the prompts at the beginning. Then it will run the report and show the data. Whatever you have selected initially, those values will be available over here for you to select. So this is how my report will look like. So these are the two analyses which we are going to add to our dashboard. Let's get into our dashboard which we created, that is -01 first dashboard. Now, in order to drag and drop the report, we can expand the shared component, the custom, and we can locate our folder that is over here, ABC1010. Here are our two analyses. One is this one, payment term graph, and another one is a payment term table. Let me drag this and show you the full name, that is the graph and the table. Now, if you want to drag and drop right from the catalog, we can just drag and drop. It will add the column, the section, and it will automatically add the graph as well over here. But if you want to manually add, what you can do is you can just drop the column. So you can have multiple columns like this, the vertical or at the horizontal level that is above this as well, so that you can segregate the sections within them. Then we can drop the section within that. Then if you want, you can just drag and drop the first analysis. And the second analysis also you can drag and drop something like this. And if you are not interested in showing the side by side and in the vertical, you can change the way how you want to represent these graphs. Suppose if you want to show vertically, you can change something like this. It will show vertically when the graph is run. Now let's save this and let me add one title as well. For that, I will add one more column over here. The section I will add, and then I will add the text over here. And let's change the text. Go to the properties. Here I will tell first dashboard. I can tell report. Suppose if you want to change the styling and all, you can do it over here. Also, you can add the HTML as well in order to style properly. And you can have a preview how it will look like. Suppose if you're adding the CSS, HTML, JavaScript, click on OK. And let's run this report and see this in action. Click on run. So this is how my text will look like. Suppose if you are not adding the section, it will not show like this. So this expand and collapse will be available as part of the sections. Since our analysis which we are added to this dashboard are having the inline prompt, it is asking for the data over here. Let me select the credit memo. Coming to the payment terms, I will go for the immediate and click on OK. So now whenever I click on OK, it will just load that particular analysis and it will not load both the analysis. Now this is the drawback of this inline prompt. I will show you how we can customize this inline prompt to the dashboard prompt shortly, which will fix this issue. Now suppose if you want to see this data, that is invoice type, this analysis, then you have to click manually on that OK, it will show the report. Now this is how the dashboard will look like. Suppose if you want to customize this further, we can just go to the catalog again and let's click on this edit. And at the bottom, what I will do is I will add one link over here at the bottom. Let's add one section and I'm going to add the link over here in this section. Click on the edit properties and URL I will go for. I will tell https:// and www.google.com. I want to open this in the new window. Click on OK and specify the caption or the image. So it's asking for the caption. Let's give over here the caption Google website. I will tell. Click on OK. So like this, you can have multiple links over here as well. Now let's click on run. So this is how my link will look like. If you click on this, it will open up the Google website, something like this. So this is how you can build your dashboard and you can customize the look and feel of the dashboard like how your customer is asking for. In our next class, we will resolve this inline prompt issue, which is coming from the analysis and move to the dashboard prompt. Now, in order to create the dashboard prompt, the steps are very simple. Just we have to click on plus and we have to select this dashboard prompt so that we will move the inline prompts from the individual analysis to the dashboard level. So we'll learn in detail in the next class.